Let's get into some shite. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Out of Tune podcast. I've got the lower registers playing today. Very low. I wanted to do a show so I didn't waste these registers. I'm getting a chest cold. I don't think I've had a chest cold in quite a while. I don't even think since COVID happened that I got a chest cold. And I don't really know if this is an actual chest cold. So I'm still doing the storytelling event tonight. Last night, closing night, happening tonight. If you're in town, come by, check it out. If not, I have a video I'm going to post. I'll probably put it on the Out of Tune website. Why not? You guys can watch it. It'll be like we're together, but not. So anyway, I've been doing pretty good. And then last night was just a beast. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't catch my breath. I didn't know why. I thought it was allergies. And physically, I just felt drained. I didn't have the energy to do it. And then now I kind of think maybe I'm getting a cold. I hope I'm not getting the flu, but I'm getting a cold. Got a little bit of a chest congestion thing. Not serious. I think I still can go on tonight, do what I need to do. But it's exhausting. I don't think I could do another week. But I did want to do a podcast. I wanted to catch up. How you doing out there? How you feeling closing up October? Wow, didn't we just start October? It goes by so fast. I don't understand it. And I didn't even get to enjoy it. I wasn't paying attention. Can we do it again? There's no do-overs in life. You got to keep going. And it's almost Christmas. You know, next week, I can't even believe I'm going to say this out loud. Next week starts the Christmas season. You're going to start seeing commercials. Really, what's going on? But it's true. Christmas is here so fast. You didn't think it was going to happen. All right, I got to tell you, I'm drinking a mug of ramen, hot ramen. And let me see if I can have some of this without burning my lips. Hold on. Oh, that's good. Who needs sex when you have ramen? So the reality is I have a giant Ted Lasso mug with Roy Kent number 6 on the front. I love this mug. And I just found out today it holds 1 pack of ramen. So I can drink my ramen out of a Ted Lasso mug. How cool is that? And I need it on my throat today. So I'm not being rude, not trying to be rude. Just letting you know. Here's what I did find out. So I read an interview, many years ago, when I was into Christian music. I read an interview about Amy Grant, and she said that Randy Stonehill told her that when she was recording, if she would eat potato chips, that it would help her voice. And I don't know why, but that always stuck with me. Maybe because I used my voice a lot. You know, I was doing stand-up at the time and just other things. I'm not a vocalist, not a singer. But I just thought one day I might use that, I guess. And so doing this show, this storytelling event that I'm doing every night, that kind of came back and I remembered it. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to give it a try. So I did 2 things. One night I got a thermos full of miso soup, very salty, very, briny miso soup. I was like a baseball player. And next up, briny miso soup. So it was really good. And so I drank that through the whole evening. Oh, man, it saved me. It was great. It saved my voice. It was like the second night. And then last night, when I was feeling really bad, and it was kind of unexpected because I've been feeling pretty good during this whole performance. And it started kicking in. So I went to the little concession stand and I got some potato chips. And I munched on potato chips all night. And it actually helped. It did help a little bit. And so today, doing the ramen, it's not good if you're on a sodium If you're on a low sodium diet, you're in trouble. And I probably should watch I don't eat a lot of sodium. I would love to. But I don't. I try to back off, but I do have the sodium today. Hot sodium in a cup. What? Yeah. Oh. When that hits the throat, that's great. That's fantastic. I'm sorry. It's eating in front of you. It's so rude. Okay. I did discover, and I have discovered, this is a short show, by the way. It's going to be a really short show. A couple things. I've discovered, and I mentioned this, I believe, last week. Young people don't know how to enjoy storytelling events, and that's a shame. At least not public. Maybe somebody like in their family telling them a story. It's one thing, but young people just don't know what to do. They're either on their phone, and then most of the time they're not. I think they tell them to stay off the phone, but you do see a few that do it. But they just look bored, and maybe it's my story. I don't know, but they just look like they'd rather not be there. And then every once in a while, you get some kid that wants to ask questions about your story. It's like, kid, look, it's a story. It's not a documentary. It's a story. I'm just telling a story. I don't know the whole backstory of all the characters. Don't ask me. Just enjoy the story and then go on to the next story, all right? I can't say that because the parents get really mad. But sometimes it's the parents. I have some adults that, like last night, now these, I don't even know if I could categorize them as adults. They were probably 18 to 20, maybe 20. I won't even say they were over the 20. And they came in, and you could just tell they're going to be rowdy. It was several guys, and they were just. My thought was they think that this is going to be like a haunted house, and they're scared, so they have to overcompensate by trying to be funny and saying and doing things to make people think, oh, I'm cool with all this. I'm having a good time. I'm not scared. I'm not nervous. Well, this is a storytelling event, and the stories, they're mildly scary. They're Southern ghost stories. It's for the family. We're not trying to gross people out. It's just, most of the stories have a tradition, and it's just mildly like little ghost stories. But these guys came in scared. You could tell. And one guy, like when I started my story, just immediately starts making fart noises. Now, I'm all for fart noises for comic effect. I have no problem with that. But when you're in a live storytelling event that has nothing to do with farts, it just makes you look weird. It makes you look strange. It makes you look weak and scared, and like you have a very small penis. Okay, I went overboard there. I don't know about that. Anyway, I'm trying to get back at that dude. I hope he listens to the podcast. Small penis fart dude. That's actually a great insult for people from now on. I think I'm going to use. All right, one other thing I wanted to discuss with you. Are you still with me? You hanging on? Halloween show. So I had plans for Halloween show. Been working on it, and we finally. It didn't get to happen the way I wanted it to happen. There were some stories we were going to do that ended up we couldn't get copyright rights to. And so I can't put them on because then somebody will make me take it down and then I'm in trouble. So I couldn't get copyright. So that kind of had to be scrapped. I still want to do a storytelling episode next week. We'll try to shoot for Monday or Tuesday. And so I'm going to try to put together something that's not going to be a copyright violation and that will be in the season. All right. Okay. I just want to let you know that. I hope you've bought your candy. Halloween candy. What do you give out? I like to get, like when I'm buying, I've discovered the best way to do it. And this is controversial. When you're buying your candy, buy the candy that you like the most, because most likely you're not going to get as many people coming by your house as you think. You're going to be stuck with the candy. Now, that could be bad or that could be good. If you don't want to be stuck with the candy, just give it out to someone else. Just drop it off. Just hand it out to random kids. Isn't that weird? Like if it's July, if you give candy to kids in July, people will think you're crazy. They'll be like, what is that guy? Is this something wrong with the candy? But October, sure, they'll take it. Why not? So I always feel like that what happens is if you got candy left over, everybody's like, oh, I'll take it to the office. Can you imagine? The offices are probably just like full of candy. Everybody's just like, this is the old candy, bad candy. No one wanted it. We didn't have enough kids. It rained. Here's a big bowl of candies. Well, my technique is to just buy candy that I like, and then I eat it. And usually, I always say I'm going to eat it like over the year. Like I'll put it in the freezer. M&Ms and Reese's in the freezer are fantastic, by the way. But I like to, I say I'm going to do that. I'm just going to eat it over the year. It usually takes me about 2 days. It's gone. I just eat it all, every bit of it. So that's probably not the best thing. It is low sodium most of the time, but really, really high in sugar. Okay, that's my tip for the day. Do I have another Halloween tip? I really don't have a Halloween tip. I don't. Are you costuming this year? I'm doing no costumes. I was thinking. Let me just throw this out. This is a great idea, by the way. This is a whole nother topic. It has nothing to do with Halloween, really. But Georgia Renaissance Festival, which happens in the summer, and it's blistering, and I hate it. I always have to go early because Atlanta in the summer is hot. So I always have to go in when they first open in April because you get a little bit of cool weather then, and that's great. But it goes all the way up into July, and it's just, some people love that weather. It's like the best. They wait on it all year. I can't handle it. So, I think last year might have been the first year, but this year, Georgia Renaissance Festival is doing the Fall Fling. So they're open at the 1st of November next week, opening up, and they're going to have a Fall Renaissance Festival all the way up until December. I just think it's brilliant. I can't wait. I hope they have some Christmas lights up. Renaissance Festival in the fall, in the winter, that's my ideal. And there are several other Renaissance festivals that do that. So this second year, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go. If you're going to go, that's great. I do have a kilt ready to go, and it's going to be awesome. See, there you go. I could just take my candy and hand it out there, right? Just go to the Renaissance Festival. Just say, here, have some candy. Have some candy. Welcome to the Renaissance. Act like you're one of the people who are supposed to be there. Other than that, I would say drink a lot of mead. Have some beer if you want. I don't know. I think I like a little more sweeter kind of thing. So I'll usually go with like a cider when I'm at the Renaissance Festival. I don't know why. Does that make sense? I became vegetarian before I got to try a turkey leg, but boy, those sure look good. They need to have a tofu leg. I would totally do the tofu leg at the Renaissance Festival. I'm rambling at this point, so I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for coming and listening to my short podcast. I'll see you next week for some scary stories.